Team 1, stand by. Copy. Team 1, standing by. Breach, breach, breach.
So it dawned on me a couple days ago that I tell people all the time that you should find a hobby, something to keep your mind moving, keep you distracted from things that may be bothering your life, or things that, maybe you just need a little clarity on and something to kind of help you get there. But in thinking about it a couple days ago, it dawned on me that I haven't really shared anything that I do. And this was confirmed when my daughter told me that she was talking to someone and telling them about the hobbies that I do. And the person was surprised, didn't know that I had done this or any of the things that I had done. And that's when it clicked that, it helps people a whole lot more when you're actually showing them what you're talking about. And that's what we're doing. That's what this one's about, is me showing you a little bit of my hobbies, things that I do that, help me keep my mind moving. I do love hobbies. So that's what we're going to be doing now. Because you see, I love learning. I love having new hobbies. I love to be able to do things myself. And I strive for that. I'm a person that believes I shouldn't have to have somebody else do something that I can do for myself. So I learn it. Probably never become really good at it, but I do. And in doing so, I acquire a lot of hobbies. And it's been fun. I really enjoy it. I love learning new things, and well, it's made me a more useful person as well. I like that too. And in particular, today's hobby is welding. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but this ain't supposed to be like that. It's broke. Big broke. Big hole right there. Not supposed to be there. And several years ago, I was taught how to weld. I say taught. I was shown how to weld. And once I got out of that job, I never welded again. And have been trying to find a reason to need a welder. And, well, this happened. So I got one now. And after doing some research and finding out that this mower deck, my little mower, was going to cost almost as much as the mower itself, and not wanting to go to someone else, we're going to try welding again. I mean, kind of like riding a bike, right? That's what I'm thinking. Should be. Guess we'll see. Yeah. You ever have those moments where you kind of feel like you shouldn't be doing the things that you're doing? I mean, maybe it was a bad idea. I haven't gotten there yet. Whoever put these little screws in here, don't mind my big pile of grass, they didn't think this process through. As I'm looking at it, this little cover, while it is beneficial, it actually is a pain in the butt. Not too bad, but the old socket wrench here, wanting to play around a little bit. We're going to keep going. Not like this is like terrible. There's plenty of mechanics, I'm sure, that are looking at what I'm doing, or repair guys, or whatever your job title is, thinking, oh, it'd be easier if you did it this way. Or, why are you complaining? It's that. Because I don't do this every day. It's a hobby. Or, I don't know what you want to call it. It's a necessity. That little screw doesn't like to stay in there. It fits perfectly. But we're going. A couple more, and this one will be done. We can move on to the next step. Look at that little guy. Here, little guy. There we go. There we go. And for those of you that are not able to watch this episode, or maybe not any of the episodes, I'm sorry that the episodes have gone more to focusing, kind of on the video aspect of it. But, I mean, that's kind of the world. And you can at least still hear. So, I'll try to describe things the best I can. And hopefully, you guys will be able to get a good enough picture of it. But, oh, no. That won't do. Yeah. Don't look at that. Well, you know what they say. There's nothing in life that can't be fixed with a hammer. Where you at? Yeah, there you go. Get that one. Yep. We're getting it. And by the way, if you thought, that thing's probably really loud. If you thought this was like a how-to video or something, it's not. It's just me, being me in my natural habitat. I'm in my shop either. It's a little messy. Now, where's that punch? Haha! Eureka! Found it. Probably not the right one. But see if I can set this down. That's not gonna work. Yep. See, folks? That's why I don't work in production. Let's see what this means. Aha! Got it. Wait a minute. That didn't do it. Crap. Okay. Anyone else ever wonder if engineers take the time to work on the things they design? I'm not saying anything bad against them. We need them. They're important. But that may be hard to tell. It's a big hand. And whoa, for whatever reason, they don't design things for people like me. And I don't think they work on their products. Because if they did, maybe we wouldn't have such a hard time sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Brian, that's not safe. Huh, joke's on you. I never said it was. This is not a how-to video on how to work on your lawnmower or how to weld or anything like that. This is just a how-to on having a hobby. Got it. Never a solution you can't find. Oh, that thing is dirty. One of the biggest problems with having ADHD, like I'm focused on that. That's a big hole. Yawdy. Anyway, I'm focused on that. That's what I'm supposed to be focused on. However, all I can see is all this grass. So now I'm sitting here, instead of welding, brushing a bunch of grass that shouldn't be there. Because for whatever reason, whoever engineered this thing decided that all these grooves were necessary. Not only that, look in there. That's a hole. That's a whole hole. That's a whole hole in there. And there's grass in it. And my brain won't let that go. Because now I'm going to have to get my air hose and blow that out. Not because I need to. It's probably best to keep the rest from being in there. But because my brain won't let it go, I have to do that. So I'm going to do that now. You guys can't see it. I was too excited. So I spent like 5-10 minutes looking for my little air gun here. And then I thought I hit record. Because, you know, like I said, grass in here. That's nowhere near exciting. Because all of it blew out. I thought I was recording the whole time. And I guess I could have shoved grass back in there. But, yeah. Yeah. So, unfortunately, you guys missed out on that. But, if I've ever played with one of these, they're fun. Is all that necessary? No. But it's my project. And that's what I'm... Do you even have a shop if you don't have a hose reel? Thank you, Harbor Freight. Like, my organization is not great, but I got me a hose reel, and I was happy about that. Yeah. Time for the next step. Apparently, in welding, it makes a difference on how thick things are. And I thought originally, like, I'll just go at it, you know? Why not? You know, I never measured thickness before. It didn't really matter to me. So why do I need to worry now? Well, because this is the only deck I got. And yes, I know. I could always get somebody that knows what they're doing to come do it. But I don't want to. I want to do it myself. So, how do we do that? I have a micrometer. Yes, I think that's what it's called. And if it's not, don't correct me, because I don't really care. I'm not a scientist. And I think that that metal should be roughly the same thickness as the rest of the metal. So, and this is 0.109 inches. What we got over here? 0.104. I'm going to assume that through the pressing process that some of that changed, but that's roughly about the same. And so 0.109 is about 1/32 of an inch. And yeah, bet you didn't think I knew that, but I did. Joke's on you. I knew that. I'm lying. I didn't know that. I had to Google it. That's my hat crooked. There we go. That feels weird. I had to Google it because I don't know fractions like that or decimals like that. Yeah, I'm not a math guy. So I had to Google what 0.104, 0.109 inches was in fractions. And those of you that are like savants or math people or whatever, don't get on here and say something about it. I'm not really that concerned because Google's a thing for now. And as long as it is, I can use it. And I figure I can't think of anything where I really need to know it outside of that. Because it's not my job. But I figured it out. I Googled it. It's 1/32 of an inch. And that makes a difference on how hot the welder is. So, next thing is we got to apparently clean off the surface. But that's dirty. That's really dirty. And where'd that bracket go? There it is. Yeah. Equally as nasty. And apparently welds don't like to stick to painted surfaces or rusted surfaces. And like I probably should make sure I put this back on here right. Somehow. You reckon that hole's supposed to be in there? Probably not, huh? Why does this look like it's smaller than the hole that was there? Doesn't matter. I have a hammer. And we can fix anything with a hammer. Clean this thing off. Safety squints activate. Okay, update. We're getting there. At least on this piece. I haven't even touched that bracket yet. We're getting there on this. But why? Any of you guys that are welders, why, I'm trying to grind that off with that flapper disc, does it look like the paint is smearing, like wet ink? Like, I don't know if you can tell. There's areas where there's red paint. Get back on it. Why? Like, that don't make any sense. It's paint. It should just grind away. And also, I had to put up my canopy because the weather's decided it wants to, do what it does in southeast Georgia. And, yeah, so, all right, back to it. Yeah, instructions said use a wire brush to remove rust and or paint. Instructions unclear. That rust and that paint aren't going anywhere. So, we got to use the grinding wheel again, but I had to remove this pulley. So, thanks to the Ugga Dugga, we got that out the way. Now we can go back to cleaning. Maybe one day, sometime soon, hopefully, I'll actually get to, screw up welding. We'll see. Nope. I am your father. Alright, so, new update. Grinding creates a lot of dust. A lot of it. And while normally I'll just hold my breath and get through it, this right here, that is a lot of dust. Like rust. This thing puts it off. Watch your ears. Yeah, that's a lot of dust. I don't want to breathe that in. So, got the old mask on here. We're still cleaning. Still hoping to get the weld. But based on the way this is going, welding's not going to go well either. Alright, about ready to get started. I am satisfied with my cleaning job. I probably shouldn't be from what I understand. But, nonetheless, I'm about to do this. The only way I'm going to find out is if I do just that. So, I hope my next update is not from a hospital bed. We'll see. Alright. Well, we've started, by the way. I like my helmet. Yeah, definitely out of practice. Any of you guys actually weld, like as a profession, or not even a profession? Like you can at least get weld halfway decent. Try not to laugh too hard, but like I'm getting something there. From what I understand, the biggest thing is make sure you got penetration, and I know I've gotten penetration because I had the heat turned up too much, and I was melting away my material. But the thing is, put this one down. Look at there. I mean, it's on. It's functional. And functional is what I'm looking for right now. So, with it, I wish it were better. But we're making progress. And at the end of the day, if I can get a bunch of that stuff filled in, I got a grinder. I can make it look somewhat pretty. We'll see. Get back at it. Alright, so, back at the project that will never end. I finally have my backing plate on. I had a friend suggest that putting on mower decks is, or welding mower decks is something that typically they would put on a backing plate, which is just a big plate that, you know, you could weld crap to. Sorry for getting so close. So he suggested that I do that. And I did. It is ugly. It's homemade soap. And I don't mean the good soap like people are like, oh, I'm going to go in and be like Dr. Squatch. No, I'm talking about the people that are taking out every little sliver of soap that they have, heating it up, and mashing it into one ball. That's what I'm referring to. So those of you that are welders, y'all are probably this is a travesty. But it's functional. I do know that it is adhered, and at least for now, it's going to get the job done. So I'm going to finish welding up the bracket on the back side, or on the top side. Yeah. Finish welding up the bracket on the top side, now that I've got a backing plate, and then once it gets nice and cooled off and dry, we'll throw some paint on there so that we make sure we kind of inhibit any rust as best we can, which, let's be honest, there's going to be a lot of rust. But once we get that done, put the mower deck back on. Have that done. See you in a minute. Alright. So you guys are kept in the loop. I have decided I am done welding. I am only making this thing look worse. But I have done a considerable amount of grinding. And I know it's not factory. It's probably not even square. I also know that there is a lot of room for error in the welds that I did. But at the end of the day, what I was looking for was functional, and that it was there. And I think I accomplished that. So, we're going to let this paint dry, and then we'll get her back installed on the mower, and we'll see where it goes. Alright guys, several hours later, and the mower deck's back on. It's functional. It is level. Yeah. So I pull it right way. But it is level. And it works. The prettiest welds in the world? No. Would I trust anyone else's life to it? No. I say anyone else's because I'm pretty stupid. And, I'll risk my life for a lot of stupid stuff I do. But it's functional. And at the end of the day, I've worked on a new skill. I now have a welder, so I can get better at it. That's a useful skill. It only gets better with practice, like everything else. I haven't wasted my day, and I actually accomplished something. So, it was worth it. And that's the whole reason behind it. So like I said when I began this video, if you don't have a hobby, find one. You don't like it, keep going till you find one you do. Till next time, guys. Appreciate you.